If making sandwich bread with fresh milled flour has felt a bit intimidating, I'm here to help. This is the loaf to start with. Start by milling your flour super fine and then heat up your hot water to between 90 and 100 degrees. Reserve about 50 grams of your flour and set it aside. Add your water slowly. You just want everything to come together until it's combined and looks kind of crumbly. This is just the first step called autolyse. This is a very important step when working with fresh milled flour to allow the flour to absorb the water and the bran to soften. I give you the exact amount of water, but really you need to learn what it looks like and how much water to add depending on the wheat you're using. Cover and rest the dough for 15 to 30 minutes before adding all of the remaining ingredients. Turn your mixer on to combine all of the ingredients. It should look kind of wet and sticky at this stage. Using that reserved flour that we kept to the side, start to add that gradually as everything comes together, and you'll start to see the dough form and everything start to pull away from the sides of the bowl. This dough did not want to come together completely, so I continued to add a little bit more flour, and by that I mean like 10 grams at a time. In this stage, this obviously isn't a workable dough. But if you add too much flour, your bread will become super dense, so do it very slowly. When in doubt, just knead for a little bit longer and let it all come together. Fresh milled flour dough is known for being more sticky and a little bit harder to work with, but you'll get the hang of it, I promise. At this stage, the dough is still really sticky, but it came together fairly well in my mixer, so I'm not going to add anything. I'm just going to continue to knead this for 3 to 5 minutes longer before I stop and check it each stage. Sometimes it's even best to stop and rest your dough and let that gluten develop before adding an additional 5 minutes of mixing. Each time I stop and check this, it gets a little less sticky, so I'm just going to continue to check it every 3 to 5 minutes until I can reach a window pane. And on that note, don't get overly hung up on a window pane with fresh milled flour. It's really not that important. You just want a nice, soft, elastic, workable dough. Once I feel like my dough is there, I grab my dough with oiled hands and remove it from the mixer and put it into an oiled bowl. I like to work this dough into a ball and coat it in oil before covering and placing it in my oven on the bread-proof setting because my house is really cold. If you don't have that option on your oven, just find a nice warm place for this to rise. Once it's doubled, I'm going to take this out and divide it into 2 loaves and shape it on a slightly oiled work surface. You don't want to use flour here for the same reasons you don't want to add it in the kneading stage. It will make your bread way too dense. If you have a large loaf pan, you can make 1 large loaf of bread with this recipe. I prefer 2 loaves, and that's mostly because I prefer a lighter crust. You're not going to bake this bread for a certain time. You're going to bake it until it reaches the internal temperature of 185 to 190. And in order to do that and make 1 large loaf, you end up with a pretty dark crust, in my opinion. I prefer lighter crusts, so I do 2 medium-sized loaves. Once you've divided those out evenly, you're going to shape your loaves. I do this by a combination of rolling and using my bench scraper and my hands and gently pulling that dough until I get a nice loaf shape with some good surface tension. I'm definitely not a professional at this, and I don't really care how my bread looks because I know it's going to taste amazing. So don't get too hung up here. It's really not that important, but you do want to try to get a nice little surface tension here, and that's what you see me doing with my bench scraper. Once you get that nice loaf shape with that tension, you're going to carefully put that in your prepared loaf pan. Do that for both of your loaves and then cover them with a tea towel while you preheat your oven. You're looking for these to almost double in size and reach the top of your loaf pan. Bake until the internal temperature reaches between 185 and 190. Allow them to cool completely so they don't get gummy. Happy baking!